Alright folks, how you all doing? Welcome back once again. It's pretty black out here in my location, guys. In New Delhi, it's completely pitch black, dark right after the Dussehra itself. So, why do I talk about the season and the weather itself? I think we'll skip all of those talks and just simply jump into some key information for this video itself. So, we're going to be comparing some Elliott wave structures, guys. We're going to be talking about Fibonacci ratios and Elliott wave structures in comparison to the Bitcoin's price action in the bigger picture, guys. So, what I'm talking about is the fact that maybe this could be the beginning of some, not some, guys, this might be the beginning of the fifth wave that we just started formulating, right? So which is why we're going to be talking about this entire structure as 1 2 3 4 5 wave structure right here. Now a lot of people in crypto data are getting it wrong, guys. A lot of people are getting it wrong. Let me just get rid of this one right here. So a lot of people are talking about how this entire structure was an ABC correction, right? A lot of people are talking about the fact that how ABC correction and then bam you go. But guys, this is not right. Why do I say this? Why do I say this? Because in an ABC correction, the C is usually below the A wave, guys. Always remember that the C is going to be below the A in an ABC wave correction, right? We did not see that. We simply did not see that. Bitcoin's price action got spring off of the $6,000 regions and we never closed back again onto these levels right here. And we simply throttled to the upside, doing a 10x in the market in mere months, guys, a couple of months, right? So this is why it's not going to be your ABC wave correction right here. Things are looking different, which is why, guys, let's just simply talk about how this entire market structure started from right here, right at the bottom, and then we had the, I don't know, guys, second wave correction, and then we could most likely be continuing our trend to the upside. Now let's talk about little rules. Let's just talk about a little bit of principles that you need to have before analyzing the market, right? And all the waves for that matter. So wave 2 is typically 50%, 61.8 or 76.4, or maybe, guys, look, 85.4. All of these Fibonacci numbers, essentially your wave 2 is retracement of the wave 1, right? So which is why, guys, just take a look at this one right here. So the wave 1 was one extension right here at 3,000 and zero extension at 13,000, almost 13,500, right? And your price retraced all the way towards 618 and 786, guys. So which is why the deep retracement all the way until these price points was somewhere alongside these levels right here. So essentially this kind of gives all the hints towards the fact that yes, this is a legitimate wave 2 correction which happened on Bitcoin between, well, your first week of June 2019, which extended all the way towards your third week of March, the COVID capitulation in the market, guys, after which this entire trend started rolling to the upside. So essentially the first wave is kind of like telling us that yep, this is kind of like a good looking structure right here. Now the third wave is typically 1618 of the wave 1. It's typically the 1618 of the wave 1. So we are talking about this level right here, guys. We're talking about this one. If we take a look at this area, okay, let me just invert this one, right? We're going to talk about this one being the first extension and this one being the zero extension out of the first wave structure, guys. Don't get lost right here. Do not get lost right here. This is the wave we are talking about in the second rule right here. So one extension, zero extension, 1618 or 1.618 extension is here, guys. It's right here. So essentially out of the breakout, had anybody pinpointed that this is a potential second wave correction that is getting over in the market, you would have targeted a 1618 coming from this exact bottom right here, which could have been your price action target sitting in at the previous all-time high, right? That was your $20,000 ranges on Bitcoin itself, which was essentially your one on 1618 extension coming from the first wave itself, 161.8%, guys. These numbers should make a lot of sense to you. If you have been watching the content coming from this channel, guys, you know the deal. I always talk about Fibonacci extension coming on to 1618, 2618, 4236 and beyond, guys. Look, these numbers are the best guesses that we can take in the market, right? Because, guys, this is what trading is like. Nobody knows for sure where the exact top and exact bottom is. So what we have to do is we have to understand the trends in the market as a whole. Oh, all right. With that said, we can jump into the third principle right here. Wave 4 is typically 14,618, 23.6 or 38.2 of wave 3 right here. So the wave 3 was this right here. And if we talk about this entire structure as your wave 3 structure, the price action did retrace all the way towards almost 6 minute, guys. We just fell a little short of it, but this one tells us that it can extend all the way towards, you know guys. All right. So now this one is telling us that maybe this was supposed to be way lower than the 618 itself, right? But the Bitcoin's price action literally extended all the way towards 618. So this is one of the rules which I'm not quite able to formulate right here in terms of the price action behavior itself. But essentially this is trying to tell us that the third wave right here, essentially the third wave correction right here, the fourth wave correction, fourth wave correction right here is supposed to end somewhere above the 382 extension itself. So according to all the Fibonacci ratios and structures, this area is supposed to be your massive gigantic price action support, guys. Look, we were not able to hold this one in terms of the price action correction, and things got accelerated because of various other things, guys. Look, what you can do is you cannot expect exact T to T price action taking place in the market. You cannot expect that, guys. Markets are not guided by one single factor, or markets are not predictable by these Fibonacci numbers. Markets will at the end of the day do their own things. These rules and principles are typically, guys, look, we use the word typically right here. It's typically. It's not, it's like, they're not trying to tell you that wave 2 is only the 6.6 minute extension and it cannot go beyond that. No, guys, these things are typically right here, right? I mean, essentially, it's not a rule, but it's kind of like a principle which has been formulated with all the price actions and all the market participants behaving in the market, trying to buying and sell in the bigger picture right here. And these patterns repeat again and again, which is why a relationship between Fibonacci and Elliot wave theory was formulated, and it's still playing out, guys. I still feel it's playing out, right? So essentially, the fourth wave did not stop at 382, which is why we extended all the way towards 618, guys. All right, but we didn't really touch it, guys. I was simply waiting for this one. I was wanting to scale massively into Bitcoin at the 618, and I kept on waiting, guys. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I simply kept on waiting, and then I started scaling right here when Bitcoin started doing some things, guys. I kind of waited for $27,000, but I ultimately bought Bitcoin above 38,000, right? So, yep, this is something which is kind of playing out in the market as of now as well. With that said, we can talk about the fifth wave right here. So, fifth wave typically inverse 1, 2, 3, 6 to 1.618 of the fourth wave structure, or 618 of the wave 1 plus 1, 3. All right, now this is kind of confusing right here. This is something which I have never heard of. So I'm not going to talk about this one, guys, just to avoid a little confusion right here in this video. I'm not going to talk about that 1 plus 3 wave or whatever that is. So back again, 1 right here, 0 right here. This one is telling us that 1618236 is your target. So this is telling us that according to the Fibonacci ratios, this is where Bitcoin is supposed to halt at, right? Essentially, guys, look, waves can keep on extending, but in terms of the Elliott wave price action theory, this is what Bitcoin's price action should have looked like, right? Okay, all right. It should have bottomed out somewhere here, and then it should have done something like this, and then maybe, you know, guys, things would have been completely different according to the Elliott wave theory. But in real time, things are different right here, which is why we've got to mold and fold, which is why I do not think that the fifth wave extension right here is going to be the ultimate target. It's going to be the ultimate Bitcoin top right here in the market. I don't feel it's going to be happening like this. Maybe we keep on extending all the way towards 2618 and 7618 until the supply shock stays, guys. It is as simple as that. Until institutions are willing to buy Bitcoin, and until Bitcoin is just simply not there in circulation supply, yep, it's going to be a free floating way to the upside, guys. Most likely that's what's going to happen, right? So, okay, so I hope all of you found at least some kind of values in this form of education. So hit that like if you did. Hit that like if you did that. And maybe share and subscribe, guys. Look, I've not said subscribe to Cryptodicator, guys, in a very long time, freaking long time, right? And quite a lot of new people are jumping into the channel. So if you have not subscribed, and if you truly want to fucking survive in bull market or bear market or anywhere, I think this channel is going to help you out for good. I do believe, I have my full-fledged confidence in the fact that this channel will help you survive bull, bear, and llama markets and crypto assets, right? So hit that subscribe bell, like button, all those good things. Just do that, guys. Just do that, right? Okay, with that said, let's talk about some bigger picture on Bitcoin, guys. Since we have talked about the Fibonacci extension, what do we have right here? What is Bitcoin doing? Yuri, tell me, should I buy Bitcoin right here or not? I think Yuri should wait. It's just, it is what it is. Yuri should wait for some time. Why do I tell this? Why do I give Yuri this investment advice right here, guys? Because I have seen these patterns play out again and again in the market, guys. Just forget about the context, right? Just forget about the context. But just take a look at this one. Even after craziest of retracements, Bitcoin likes to spend some time beneath your key levels, right? And would generally get reaccumulated, guys. Well, to be honest with you, the accumulation and the distribution ranges and the price action behaviors were kind of different in the market. But what I'm telling you guys, that again and again, guys, every single, like, look at this retracement right here. We kind of got reaccumulated right here on the $6,000 levels, but we just simply went onto these levels, after which we just, look, this was a market overextension, but we could have spent some amount of time right here, guys, coming from this high right here. So we can extend this one. So you can see the key regions, the key areas, the key values, the key levels are acting like resistance again and again, right? Similarly right here, guys, in the previous bull market, you do spend some time right here. So what can we expect in the price action? Look, guys, most likely the ultimate resolution will be a simple rollover to all the way towards maybe 100,000, but 80,000 at first, maybe some resistance there, but most likely that is going to be the conclusion. What we can expect is that crazy amount of volatile behavior coming in on Bitcoin between this price point and this price point right here. Essentially, you can extend your entire buy zone all the way towards $53,500 levels and still be completely bullish in the price action structure. Now, if we start rolling below 53,000 on a 3-day opening and a closing basis, that should just tell you that maybe something different is kind of brewing up in the market. And what you could simply expect is that you can talk about the substructure right here, the Fibonacci substructure, and then you can talk about I don't know, guys, a price action continuation all the way towards $48,000 as well, where your, let's say, kind of like an important test could happen in terms of the price action supports, right? What we are dealing with right here is a potential breakout which could simply put Bitcoin here, man. Holy shit. We are dealing with a range, if resolved to the upside, and the macro is going to put Bitcoin right here on these levels. And everybody's going to just sit and watch and maybe chew their peanuts looking at price action going to the upside, ripping like this, not doing anything about it. So guys, look, I think you can revert to the video I made back in September, first week. I think it was Litecoin. I was simply convicted about the fact that this is the time right here, guys. The first week of September was the time to think about positioning yourself in the market, right? That was the time to just simply roll into your long-term hurdles that you've thought of, because Bitcoin was kind of doing something different, guys. Bitcoin had started kind of doing something different, right? Kind of unexpected in the market. And when Bitcoin really retested the 618, kind of closed a 3-day candle above the 618, that kind of told me that maybe, look, guys, I was simply talking about the fact that I'm going to be simply bearish below 60,000 closure on a 3-day or a weekly basis, right? But as we pierce through the 618 coming from this entire retracement and we kind of close the 3-day candle, that kind of told me that maybe I should not be adamant about the fact that crypto markets will simply go to the downside from this level. If I had a bearish perspective in the market, I was not adamant to change that perspective. And look, guys, now I'm with the bulls, right? If the price action rolls to the upside, I'm going to buy the dips. I'm simply going to be watching for key levels. And for altcoins, I'm going to be looking at all the altcoins which are doing nicely against the Bitcoin pair, guys. Against the Bitcoin pair. If your altcoin is not doing good against Bitcoin, remember, Bitcoin goes to the upside, your altcoin against BTC, which is anyway not doing nice in the market, will simply keep on rolling to the downside. So this is another season which is called up in USD but down in Satoshis. Down in freaking Satoshis. This happens again and again, guys. These things will keep on happening with dominance cycle shifting up and down and shaking the fuck out of a lot of market participants again and again. But yep, the path to 100,000 or maybe $1 million Bitcoin. Look, guys, everybody thought that Bitcoin is 100 million or maybe $1 million Bitcoin is going to look like this, right? This is your 0, this is your 1 million, and this is what Bitcoin is going to do. But I don't think that is happening. What is happening for real instance? Yup. Zoom. So I think we got to face all of this, guys. I think we do have to face all of this. I don't think Bitcoin will make things easy, and I don't think the market participants, I don't think the bigger market participants are simply going to make things easy, guys. This is also another race. This is another race, guys. Human beings fighting for Bitcoin dominance, I guess. I don't know, guys. But these things will happen, and whenever a market keeps on expanding, essentially, guys, what we're dealing with right here is that Bitcoin is getting matured in terms of the price action. It's on plain blank sight. Bitcoin is getting matured for the bigger picture, guys. Now I'm going to talk about one more thing which might or might not blow your mind. All right, not the monthly, certainly not the monthly, but we can talk about this on the weekly itself. So me personally, if I feel that Bitcoin has to succeed in the market, this is something which Bitcoin will do, guys, right? Just forget about the y-axis right here. All right, I think this was a little exaggerated, but this is what Bitcoin might do until this line gets completely straight. So essentially, if volatility is starting like this and expanding and expanding and expanding and expanding, Bitcoin, if it truly has to exceed, it will just, the volatility will completely die down until we flatten out, guys. This is where this becomes a completely universal basic income, and this is where everything in the world starts getting calculated in Bitcoin. It's not going to be your US dollars, it's not going to be your INR, it's not going to be anything else. If we truly live in a technological era, and if our countries are not India or US or anymore, if our countries are truly the internet, then this is what's going to happen. Bitcoin will keep on being volatile, and Bitcoin will keep on rotating the fuck out of people and small time frames, buyers and sellers in the market, until this one just simply rose until zero volatility. This will go flatline, guys. Bitcoin will not be volatile at certain point, right? So the fight to long and short Bitcoin would not be there anymore, I guess. Most likely, if you talk about the trading happening when Bitcoin has zero wicks, when Bitcoin has a volatility index which is completely zero, the trading will be about the funding rates, guys. Essentially what is happening on right now, right? So what is happening right now is that maybe the people who are longing Bitcoin are still paying. Okay, with that said, we got to talk about the funding indicator as well. FUNDI, BitMEX funding, BITMEX. I think it's new butane. Yep, it's that one. Okay, what are we dealing with right here? We're dealing with positive funding taking place in the market as of now. So essentially, guys, this is not a death sentence, right? The previous leg to the upside told us that even if the funding is positive, it can stay fucking positive for a very long time. It can massively stay positive for a very long time until Bitcoin finally puts in a top, guys. Look, nobody knows where the top is going to be. So essentially, if you see distribution patterns going on, and if you see Bitcoin kind of trying to break a floor again, trying to break a roof again and again and again, and failing to do that, these are your clear indications, guys. Because if this has to be the only indicator according to which you're trying to make your buy and sell actions in the market, probably it will not work out like that. Most likely it will not work out, guys. Because if the funding indicator was maybe an indicator to tell you that, oh, I'm going to exit the market, you would have been trying to short Bitcoin here and here until it print in a final top right here at 64,000, guys. These things are good to evaluate the trends, right? So the last time I was talking about the funding indicator being negative was this one, guys. Remember, hit that like once again if you watch the videos coming from 30,000, guys. I was simply talking about how $30,000 Bitcoin is a huge fucking bidding zone. Nobody is looking at Bitcoin being valuable at 30,000, guys. And me personally, holy fucking crap, I had a complete belief in the fact that 30,000 is going to be a big demand zone in the market. And me personally, I kept on waiting for $27,500 Bitcoin. Holy shit. And then I had to scale into Bitcoin maybe 10-15% up. These are the, look, guys, this is why I keep on telling everybody that nope, you will never know. You will never know where the market is going to print in a bottom or a top. You will never know that, right? Okay, alright. So the funding indicator has started getting into positives, and this is not a death sentence, guys. The funding can completely stay positive. You have a different market structure which is functioning around the funding itself, guys. People are getting paid. Alright, people are making money if they are hedging their exposure and just simply bagging the funding that they're making every single hour on FTX itself, guys. This is what is happening. So these are the kind of trades which are happening in the market as well, right? Okay, what do we have up next? What can we talk about in this video on Bitcoin? This is a completely Bitcoin exclusive video, guys. Most likely I will start posting crazy amount of videos starting the next week itself. And yep, most likely, guys, look, I'll try my best because I'm doing a lot of things. I'm trying to do a lot of things in life, which is why it kind of gets difficult to make a video every single day for this channel itself. But I'm going to try my best. I'm going to push daily content out there. At least I'll try doing that. So the best you can do is you can share this, guys. We have to do it, guys. Holy shit, we have to make it to 1,000 subscribers before this year freaking ends, guys. And we are quite nearing the end of the year itself. We are at the 3rd week of October, almost there. And before this year ends, I do aim on getting into 1,000 subscribers, guys. Holy shit, this has been really difficult, and this has been, well, to be honest with you, not a lot of people are looking for real values, guys. People jump into YouTube. People jump into YouTube to find what is that single asset which is going to make them millionaire. Nobody is trying to dig in deep into technical analysis, and nobody's trying to figure out the real technical nature of things and how these things are working, guys. Because I feel crypto assets, 90%. This is my own fact, guys. Look, you can believe in whatever you want to believe, but I feel that crypto markets are 90% freaking technical, guys. Crypto assets are 90% technical analysis. Holy fucking shit. And what do you do with that analysis is a completely different thing altogether. Whatever you do with the execution side of things is a completely different factor altogether. But crypto assets are 90% technical, guys. It's a mind-blowing fact, and this is something which I believe as a principle, and this is why I'm profitable in the market, guys. This is why I tell these things to you, right? Okay, to say that I'm profitable in the market is, again, cocky thing to say, but guys, look, I have a working system for me, right? I have a system, and I don't question my system much, and because of which those small teeny tiny gains, they keep on piling up, and well, that is why I say I'm profitable in the market, guys. I'm not looking for one single trade to make me freaking millionaire overnight. Simply put forward. Okay, what else can we put? Let's talk about the guppy, guys. The last indicator right here that we can talk about in this video itself. So strengthening again, guys. This one has started deviating very nicely. So the deviation between the bottom guppy and the top guppy is kind of like, it's one of the things which can tell you that the trend has started picking up and the trend has started looking strengthful, right? So guys, this is what I'm talking about right here. So as you can see that this expands when this trend starts right here. This kind of gives a lot of confidence to the market as a whole. You can see, guys, the 33% expansion came from these levels, and well, as you kept on closing 3-day candles above the upper guppy line, and this was simply rolling to the upside, and the band was constantly expanding, right? So is Bitcoin trying to get into these kind of situations? Bitcoin is most certainly trying to do that. Bitcoin is trying to do that, guys. I've been talking about these facts back since $30,000 levels, guys. It is kind of doing that. So maybe this one will keep on rolling to the upside, and most probably your targets will roll all the way towards 300,000, man. Holy shit, this could probably happen. And I'm not trying to tell you guys that buy everything, just sell everything, sell your house, sell your wife, sell your girlfriend, sell your kids, and buy Bitcoin. I'm not trying to do that. Probably not. Don't fucking sell your wife, guys. Just don't do that if you have a wife or not. Alright, just don't do that. But essentially, look, good things are brewing up for Bitcoin, right? Good things are brewing up. And even if we just simply stay above $40,000 for good, we can talk about this range being a massive, gigantic range, guys, where Bitcoin can simply spend a lot of time. It can do that. Bitcoin can do something like this, guys. Holy shit. Bitcoin can do something like this, right? Just simply stay sideways for a very long time, then expand. But although I feel, guys, if you just talk about the time comparative, check it out. The real breakout happened during the third week of October right here. And you tell me what's the date? What week are we jumping into? We are jumping into the third week of October, guys. Literally 1 year. Literally 1 year before the real breakout on Bitcoin started happening. So is the exact history going to repeat itself? I don't know, guys. I don't know, but the third week is starting tomorrow itself. And with that said, let's talk about the weekly lastly before I just shut this video away. It's been a long, freaking annoying 25 minutes of me rambling into your ears, but I feel that you got some values from this video, I do believe, right? So the weekly is looking nice, guys. The weekly is completely fine. The TSI on the weekly is strengthening. Good news for the most of us right here. This one is strengthening to the upside. You can see this good curling up behavior coming from the TSI right at the resistance, guys. This will give you a little confidence in terms of the resistance itself, right? So when we're at the resistance, you don't want to see this kind of choppy behavior in TSI itself. This is where most likely your trend will fail, and this is where resistance will prove to be a good resistance, right? But we are looking at the TSI crossover to the upside, and the strength is kind of building up, which is why we have greater chances of pulling through, guys. We have greater chances that the next week is going to open bullish and is going to take the trend to the upside, right? Let's get rid of Guppy and let's talk about the BB, Bollinger Bands. Well. Exactly what I want to see, guys. Exactly what I want to see as a Bitcoin bull. Yuri, you can finally be a Bitcoin bull in the market. Guys, the upper Bollinger Band is right here at 58,000, and most likely we are going to be closing this candle above 58,000, guys, because it's going to be happening in the next 15 hours itself. So if in the next 15 hours, if Bitcoin is finally able to hold these price points above $60,000, yep. Even if the next weekly candle comes back down all the way towards $59,000, it's going to be a significant buying opportunity, guys. Why do I say that? History is telling us that every single time Bitcoin has closed in a good weekly candle above the upper Bollinger Band, you are going to be rolling to the upside for at least some key levels to be tested, guys. Most likely, the coming weeks are going to be a test of $85,000 Bitcoin. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. Guys, this feels like a fucking dream, guys. I've been coming from shit, man. I'm totally coming from shit. If I take away the logarithmic charts, this is where I'm coming from. Holy fucking crap. This is what I used to trade in the good old days, guys. Every single day I used to wait for one single hourly candle to show up for 2% move on Bitcoin itself, guys. The altcoins had died. Altcoins simply died down onto these levels. The market was completely illiquid as fuck. And this is where I used to trade, guys. This is where I used to wait for that one single hourly candle that used to make me money, or that used to help me lose money in the market as well, guys. Shit. Now looking at these kind of exuberant environments where DeFi, NFT, holy shit, Bitcoin going to 85,000. It's just madness, guys. It's simply madness. I hope that all of you guys are sticking to Bitcoin enough so that you can talk to your grandchildren about how you were trading this shit right here and the Bitcoin price is right here. Maybe that could happen, guys. Maybe that could happen, right? So with that said, I'm going to be winding up this video right here, and I will catch all of you with some crazy analysis coming pretty soon. Bye for now, guys.